So today I'm building my next project, which is the smart trash can. So I'm gonna be using C++ and Arduino. This is the base for the smart trash can. So today I'm typing the code and I will show you the wiring where I'm going to connect the infrared sensor and the servo. This one goes to a microcontroller and a breadboard. For typing the code, the first thing is to type the libraries and the variables. So I'm gonna start including for reading servos the library for it. So we need to include the servo. It's gonna be .h like that, and then the variable, which is then we need to define the infrared sensor. So in this case I'm using the pin number 7 for connecting this sensor, and then an integer, which is infrared sensor, and for reading the state. So basically these are gonna be the variables for servos and infrared sensors. Next one is gonna be the void setup. Void setup is or initiates the variables, the libraries, and pins. So we are typing first the pin mode, which is an input, and this one is gonna be for the infrared sensor. So we have in here and specify that is input. Next one is gonna be for reading. Sensors will display information, so this information can be seen on the serial monitor. For in this case, we need to type serial begin and the baud. In this case, baud is gonna be 9600. So we will be able to see the information on the serial monitor. So next one is gonna be the attachment of my servo. And in this case, I use the pin number 9 of the microcontroller. And this servo is gonna be moving at 90 degrees. 90 degrees in this part of the command, and we'll have a delay of 1000 milliseconds. The delay basically is the time between one command and another. So this is a void setup. The next one is gonna be a void loop. Void loop has or controls the every motor, every sensor of our project. So we'll run basically the program. So we are typing void loop, and again we need to display the information about the servo motion, again as 90 degrees, and then we are going to use if digital read, in this case of the infrared sensor, if this one is in high, if it's in high, my servo is gonna be at a 0 degrees, and then we will have a delay of 500 milliseconds, and then we'll start moving my servo to, let's see, 90 degrees, and when this happens, it's gonna be another delay of 500 milliseconds, and this one will print that there is paper present. So in here we have paper present. So and then when this information is typed there, we close the void loop, and the next one is gonna be the else if. In this case is if the infrared sensor is in low, will detect other materials. So digital read for infrared sensor, it's gonna be in low. Close it. So the LED, which is in our microcontroller, located in the pin number 13, this one is gonna be in high. So the servo will start moving 180 degrees. And it's gonna be a delay of 500 milliseconds. And then the servo is going back to 90 degrees. Another delay, same 500 milliseconds. And this information, the serial monitor will display other materials since the sensor is in low. The LED from our microcontroller is gonna be in low. And then we close the program. We will have another delay, which is the last one, of 5,000 milliseconds. So the program. So this one is the project finished. We are going to see that we have a servo, we have an infrared sensor, the breadboard, and the microcontroller, all the wiring. And so we are going to connect our project and opening tools, serial monitor. So we are gonna see information displayed. In this case, we have other materials present because the sensor is facing to a piece of fabric. So if I add a piece of paper into the sensor, like this, so immediately the sensor will display the data here as paper.